Hey YouTube, we are super excited today to come to you with really exciting news from Carnival Cruise Lines. The Carnival Celebration has officially begun her sea trials.
Yeah, she left the shipyards and she's heading out to sea to power up and power down as quickly as we can so that it's safe for us to get on board her when it comes to January.
I don't know, is she actually powered yet, or is she...
Yeah, that's what a sea trial is.
I thought they tugged her out and they just tested her water tightness.
No.
Is that not?
No, that was already done before they finished building out the top decks. Sea trials means that she is under her own power and that she's going up to max speed, and then they're trying to see how quickly they can stop and, well, quickly and safely stop the ship. And then they also check all of the turning radiuses and everything else to make sure that she's going to be seaworthy for passengers and all of the other equipment and things that they put on the ship.
So we are super excited. We're jumping on the Carnival Celebration in January. Shout out to our friend Harrison, who is on the ship right now and has provided some photos. Oh, hey, hero. Has provided some photos of the ship. John Heald even featured one of those photos on his blog this morning, or on Facebook this morning. Anyway, today we want to share just a very, very quick summary of Mardi Gras. So we had the opportunity to sail in the inaugural season, actually within the first couple of months of Mardi Gras.
Yep.
Same with the celebration, Carnival Celebration, so excited about that. You know, there are some changes between the two ships. While Carnival Celebration is an XL class sister to Mardi Gras, so she's officially a sister. She's going to share some of the same features, you know, the gross tonnage, 180,000 gross tons, 6,500 passengers at max capacity, Bolt Ultimate Sea Coaster, which we've talked about before, but there are some exciting changes.
There are some changes, yeah. They decided to really throw it back and pay homage to Carnival's 50 years of sailing. So they've included some things that were on old ships. I know recently we just saw the, what was it, the little
car
model vehicle that was pulled off of the Ecstasy, or I think it was the Ecstasy, that was moved and shipped, coincidentally, off to Turku to be put onto the Celebration. Yeah. So they're putting a lot of things that existed on previous ships and they're including it on the Celebration as a celebration to Carnival. It's kind of cool.
So it's the 50th birthday, and so we sailed on the Celebration this year. Carnival Celebration is officially the ship that comes out during the 50th year of Carnival's existence. One of the big changes is Grand Central. So when you first walk on the ship, I don't know if you can do this, Rocky, but here's a little clip of me walking onto Mardi Gras for the first time. Just shocked and stunned by what a new ship from Carnival Cruise Line is going to look like. We are officially on the Mardi Gras. Wow, is what I will say. My initial response is wow. So here's Java Blue. Whoa. Right as we board. Oh, okay, team. I am gonna have to turn this off because I just gotta go take this all in. I mean, this is what a new ship from Carnival Corporation is going to look like in the future. What in the world is going on? Talk to you soon. And so Grand Central has the center stage bar, it has the Grand View bar, it has a variety of venues that are different on the Carnival Celebration.
Right. So walking onto the Celebration, now you're gonna walk into Celebration Central, because, you know, why not? It's where all the celebration begins and ends.
Isn't that where they've got confetti? The lights are designed to look like confetti, if I remember. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then, so center stage bar on the Mardi Gras was a pretty poppin' place. There was always things happening there. On the Celebration, they decided to pay homage to one of the very oldest ships in the fleet that they used to have, and it was called the Tropical. So we have the Tropical bar in the Celebration Central area, and it's the first ship in Carnival's fleet to have the iconic whale tail funnels.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so that's cool.
It'll be interesting to see if they incorporate any of that into the design elements of the area.
I would imagine so. I would imagine so. What's not changing is Java Blue. Yep. So Java Blue stays in that area. So when you first walk on the ship, I tweeted something about Java Blue earlier this year in terms of I hope that they do something about the queuing system. That place is busy nonstop. And so hopefully we'll see maybe an updated queue system for Java Blue on the Celebration. I doubt it though.
Right. So upstairs in the Celebration Central is a bar, and on the Mardi Gras there was also a bar, but honestly it was never used. It was always a very quiet bar. So I'm hoping on the Celebration that they've done an improvement on this by introducing the Aquaria bar, and it pays homage to the Victory. So Carnival Victory was turned into the Radiance, if I'm not mistaken, and it features the glass mural that was present in the Victory's old ship design. It was really beautiful, and they salvaged it and brought it onto the Celebration.
I loved the Victory. The rooms were kind of homely, but I loved the ship. Anyway, shout out to Carnival Victory and the Aquaria bar that will feature that'll pay homage to it. Right. So interestingly enough, one of our favorite spots on the Mardi Gras is the French Quarter. Has one of our all-time favorite bars, Fortune Teller Bar. They are changing that area altogether. Also included in kind of that area is Emeralds. They're changing the name of Emeralds to match Carnival Celebration, but you have Fortune Teller Bar, you've got the Brass Magnolia, and then you've got Emeralds, the bistro. And so they are changing that altogether.
Yeah, so on the Celebration, they're really paying homage to their history. Taking the place of the Brass Magnolia actually is the Golden Jubilee. Golden Jubilee is going to feature some portal windows that you can see and like vignettes of what it was like sailing back in the 1970s. They've updated their seating area. It's a little bit more fun. And again, everything there pays homage to what it is to sail with Carnival over the years.
That's cool.
And then replacing our favorite Fortune Teller bar, I know it's really sad, is a new bar called Latitudes. It's going to have the flapper signs, the flip
Carnival
flapper,
made such
whatever
a big,
it's called.
I mean, that has been the feature on every article and video is, oh, it's got the old flapping signs like the old airports used to.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going to be appearing on those boards.
Drinks.
Oh, drinks. That's right. Yeah. Yep. So they're going to have drinks featured up there, but they have redesigned their menu from Fortune Tellers to Latitudes. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm really hopeful, and I'm trying to be optimistic that they're still going to have some fun drinks. I know we've got a lot of shorts posted onto our channel already with the Fortune Teller Bar. I mean, it's just so much fun there.
So we're hopeful that they're going to do some creative drinks, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and then Emeralds. We made the joke about Emeralds a lot. In fact, here is a picture and a picture and a picture. What was the consistent theme about Emerald's Bistro?
Yeah, there was never anyone there.
So they kept it.
They
kept it, but they've completely changed it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so they've actually swapped sides. So Latitudes is now on the outside of the walkway, and Emeralds is on the inside, whereas in the Mardi Gras, Fortune Tellers was on the inside and Emeralds was on the outside. This must have something to do with the logistics of where they have access to their galley and everything else.
It'll actually have a new seating area now. So that's the beautiful thing about swapping it is now they can kind of cordon off the seating area better. Before on Mardi Gras, you're just kind of walking through and there's a couple of tables. You don't really even, in my opinion, don't even really realize there's a restaurant here. It just kind of looks like another bar until you walk up and then you say, oh, you have to pay for this stuff? And then people walk away.
And
so they're really, from what I've read, reconfiguring it to really feel like a restaurant so people want to eat there.
That'll be nice. I think it's going to be needed and it's going to be a nice upgrade for that area from what they did on the Mardi Gras. Don't get me wrong, the Mardi Gras was great.
Mardi Gras is great. And by the way, if you get a chance, you're on the Mardi Gras or the Celebration, try the muffaletta sandwich.
Oh yeah. Or
the beignets.
Yes.
Both.
Oh.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, sorry. There was one other big section of the ship that's different.
Yeah. So that was actually on deck 6 and 7.
That
we were just talking
Central.
about.
So I'm in Mardi Gras.
Carnival Celebrations, Celebration Central.
Yep.
The Gateway.
Yep.
That's all on deck 6 and 7.
Okay.
Alchemy is actually a part of the Gateway, as strange as it is.
Because it's upstairs of Fortune
But they haven't changed it. It's still the same Alchemy bar.
And then you've got deck 8, which is where all of the Italian stuff on Mardi Gras is. So Mardi Gras is unique in the fact that it has Piazza Panini, which we've got a review for Piazza Panini. Yep. Piazza Panini and Capitano del... I never get this one right.
Pizzeria del Capitano.
Pizzeria del Capitano.
I think that's what you're trying to say.
They're side by side to each other. on Carnival Celebration.
Yeah, on the Celebration, they changed it up. This is the first time that we're seeing a new name. Well, I mean, we did see Pizza Pirate, which turned into Pizzeria del
Pizza
Capitano.
Pirate, another shout out to the past.
So they're paying homage. This entire section is being completely redone. It's no longer La Piazza. It's now turning into 820 Biscayne. Do you know what that 820 stands for? That's an address. That's where the original headquarters for Carnival Cruise Lines was located, at 820 Biscayne in, well, I don't think it was
Carnival
actually
Celebration.
Miami,
Can you tell? It's all about the celebration.
It really
all
is.
of the little pieces on this ship.
So they're, instead of paying homage to the sailing history on 820 Biscayne, they're actually paying homage to Miami. So they've changed the name of the pizza place, and it's now called Miami Slice. So you got all this wonderful neon and bright colors. You know, you're gonna throw back to the 90s and 80s. I mean, let's have some fun with it, right?
Cute.
And then instead of the Piazza Panini, they're doing Deco Deli.
Don't know how. I'm excited. We discovered Piazza Panini on the final day of Mardi Gras.
We did.
And so then last month when I was back on Mardi Gras, I tried multiple sandwiches because we loved it so much. And so I'm super curious what Deco Deli is gonna be like.
Yeah, it's gonna be,
the same?
I'm sure it's gonna be good.
Is it gonna be the same? Are they gonna be different?
Who knows?
Oh, so exciting,
I'm wondering if they're gonna have panini style sandwiches. I mean, that's what made the Piazza Panini so different than the deli on the other Carnival ships.
I would think so. And they've got a new brand. They're introducing the area code.
Yeah. So Mango 305.
Mango 305.
I think that's going to be available in Latitudes and the Golden Jubilee. The Mango 305, which is the area code for Miami. It's area code 305.
And a whole exclusive clothing collection that's available only on the Carnival Celebration.
They're updating all of their shops. The shops are going to be way different. There's going to be a 50th anniversary shop and just a whole change of scenery as you walk through this ship.
So the whole point of this video was to say, we are so excited that Carnival Celebration has begun sea trials today. We will continue to share updates or additional information as it becomes available. There's a bunch of articles. We've collected all of the various things we've written about the Carnival Celebration into one article that's live right now on the site that talks about the sea trials, as well as links to all of this information that we've shared with you today.
Yeah, there's a link below.
And a link below.
Check it out. That'll get you over to our blog, Fast Track Over.
Yep, don't forget to
like and subscribe and ring that subscribe notification bell.
If you want to.
Please.
If you want to. Yes.
Do it.
Okay, until next time, have a great day.
Thank you so much.